Boy, did I find a great spot to detect. Well, welcome to Finding America. It is really great to see you here. Now, it finally stopped raining, and I was able to get out on Monday to get some detecting in. And I really wanted to go back to that hilltop where I found that amazing Civil War button in last week's video. So when I got there, I was really hoping there would still be some finds to be made there. And as I started swinging my coil at the base of that hill, it turned out there definitely were. Well, my first hole of the morning turned into be a never-ending hole. I was getting a little squeaker of a high tone in between a bunch of iron, and I was digging down, and all of a sudden I started getting glass and china. I got this little piece of hardware. That's kind of cool. And then I got the remains of an small iron skeleton key of some type, and the top to a corker bottle. And then I started pulling out china, and lots of it. Look at that. Now, it's pretty cool though. It's 1800s. I could see the maker's mark. I found a little piece of it. It was like 1850 something, but look at the design on that. Beautiful. Well, I'll tell you, it feels good to be out here because it's a little wet and muddy, but I don't care. It's been raining so much. I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to get out and do any hunting this week. But I managed to squeeze some time in. But this one is really cool. It was giving me a 25-26, but just a little bit. It was definitely surrounded by iron. But I dug down and I thought it was going to be deeper, but it's actually in the plug. And check this out. Some kind of tag. Look at the shape. A little loop here at the top. So, not really sure what this is. I was kind of hoping I could do this with one hand. Oh, it's definitely got something on it. Hold on just a second. Well, I don't know what that is. It looks pretty awesome though, I'll tell you that. Let me get this brushed off, I'll be right back. Wow, this is pretty neat. Boy, oh boy, check this out. Look at how ornate this piece is. Absolutely awesome. Other side, you can see some of the gold tone. It's got 3 holes at the one end here and a loop on the other. I don't know if it was part of a pendant, some type of jewelry. But man, that thing is beautiful. Look at that. Well, I'll get that home, get it cleaned up a little bit more, and but I'm happy with that. That is an amazing old piece. Really unique. Well, got a pretty decent target here. It's giving me a 19 or 20, and I pulled this out. I don't know what it is. It's got a couple set screws on either side of this bezel, and if you look here, it's got like a W or part of a design right there. Now, the only thing I can think of is it might be part of a taillight to a really early car. That's about the only thing I can think of, but it's definitely old and pretty cool looking. So I'm gonna put that in the fragile box and work on it. Well, this one was giving me an 1819, and another old piece. Old brass base to an old lamp where the light bulb would have gone in. So, very cool. Early 1900s, definitely. Here's the piece that wrapped around the outside. But another nice old piece. So I'm going to kind of buckle down right here. I've gotten 3 good targets, and so now it's time to really slow down and concentrate on this area. Well, this one was giving me a 14. I dug down and I found a side cover to a small pocket knife. Definitely an old one, but just has like brass side covers. I'll clean it up when I get home, see if there's anything on it, but another old find. Well, after finding that one, I decided I was going to start making my way up the hill, and immediately I started getting signals everywhere. I was definitely on a hot spot, digging targets every few feet apart, and to be honest with you, there were so many signals, I never did make it to the top of the hill that day. Well, starting to rain on me a little bit, and it's muddy out here, but I'm having fun, so I'm waterproof, and so is the Equinox, so I'm going to keep on going. So anyway, I was getting a 12 here, and dug down and I got a spoon. I'm assuming it's a spoon handle, could be fork, but definitely old silver plate, nice old design on it, and just thought I'd film that and share that one with you. Well, just probably 3 feet away from where I got that spoon handle, I was getting a 15 here. I've got another utensil. I haven't pulled it out yet. I did get it loose so I could pull it out together and see what it is. It does look like some, it's got a pretty nice pattern. Let's see. It's a partial spoon. I'll tell you what, looks like it's got a pretty nice pattern. So let me go ahead and clean this one up a little bit and I'll be right back. But hey, lots and lots of signals here and pretty old stuff. I'll tell you what, I am so happy with this spoon. Holy cow. Now this spoon is from an old college, not too far from here. And I have found a couple utensils from that college, Morristown College, and it had MC on it. But this one is a utensil from when the college was called something else, and it was long before. It's called Normal College, and that's what they called it. I'm trying to remember when it was, back in the 1800s. So I am so thrilled, but it says Normal College right here. That is so awesome. I love finding anything associated with it. It was actually one of only 2 black colleges in the state of Tennessee that were started after the Civil War. And this is just an amazing piece of history right here. See, most people say, oh man, it's just a broken spoon. But like I always say, history makes a find a treasure. And with that name on it, this spoon is definitely a treasure to me. Well, that spoon was stamped M. Normal College, which stood for Morristown Normal College. Now, a normal college was an institute that also had classes to train students to become teachers. Now, Morristown College was one of only 2 colleges established in Tennessee to educate the newly freed slaves following the Civil War. And its amazing history has always made it a very special place for me. And finding that engraved spoon, well, that just really made my day. Well, I tell you, I'm still working this field, and I'm just a couple feet from where I got that Normal College engraved spoon. And they must have had a picnic out here or something, because this is the 3rd utensil I found now. You can see the handle's folded over, but it's a silver plate spoon bowl. And that thing was really deep, about 9 inches. So, great pickup by that big 15-inch coil. And I'm gonna keep on going because I actually have 2 more signals over here. I was trying to separate the one on the outside so I could go down the road here. So hopefully some more interesting things will be found. Well, I got another old find. This one was bouncing from 20 to 25. It was just about 4 inches down. Turn of the century item right here. It's a lead hem weight. They would have sewn these into the bottom of the women's dresses to keep them from blowing up in the wind. And this is probably going to be a 4-ounce hem weight. A lot of times when you find these, you'll see a number stamped into them, and that'll be the number of ounces it weighs. So very cool. Definitely another nice old item. Well, right next to where I got that hem weight, I got this, and I thought it was just a piece of junk, you know. I'm like, okay, let me, but I always check everything, clean it. But wait till you see this. It's an old toy. Here's the man up here, probably holding reins. But see how it curves up here? But it says USA W-1881. That is pretty cool. Hopefully I can figure out what toy this was, but it's early. Very old. I don't think it's 1881, but it's definitely old. So it's amazing. Sometimes you think it's just a piece of junk, and then you start cleaning it up, and wow, it turns into something pretty special. Well, that little piece of Tootsie toy turned out to be part of a pretty rare pre-war toy. Now, they're actually really hard to find nowadays, and it took me a while, but I was finally able to find a picture of what it originally looked like. Well, this U.S. Army tractor was part of a set that Tootsie Toy brought out called the artillery set. Now, I was lucky enough to find a picture of what that set looked like when it was brand new, and what it looked like when that lucky child first opened the box back in 1931. Well, I'll tell you what, I got another one. This one was ringing up a 12, and I was digging through the muck, and I saw something come out, and looky there, another old spoon. Jeez, I think I got the picnic spot. Wow. Because this is on a hillside, nice gentle hillside, and I could just see people sledding, picnicking here, and let's hope they drop some coins and some other things too. But I will definitely take that. I'll get it cleaned up when I get home. It's pretty mucky right now. Well, this one was giving me 28.29 on my Equinox, and I was like, oh, good. And I dug down and I saw this awesome green patina, but it's an old faucet. It's actually a pretty nice one though, but look at how green it was. I was like, man, what is that gonna be? I'll take it though. That's actually pretty darn nice. Well, this one was giving me a really nice high tone, but it was deep. About 9 inches, might be a little bit more. But I went all the way down there, finally got it out, and I think it's gonna be a drawer pull. But look at this one. Yeah, that's gonna be really nice. Late Victorian, Edwardian. So I'm gonna get it brushed off and I'll be right back, but that's gonna be a beauty. Wow, look at that. That's gonna be beautiful. I think it's actually an open design. I haven't cleaned the backside out yet. I'll put this one in apple cider vinegar. It should turn out really nice. But that is a beautiful drawer knob. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't believe this. Was getting a 14 and I popped something out and I thought, I don't know, you know, didn't know what it was. It was so thin. Let me turn my pinpointer off here. But you won't believe this. Once I started wiping it off, I see a square hole. I have another Chinese cash coin. And this one is really, really thin. Look how worn it is. But I'm hoping I can get enough of the detail on the characters to be able to date it, but that is awesome. Now I just found one of these a couple weeks ago, but it was clear across town, had another location. But this is the second cash coin that I've got at this location. I found one a couple years ago. But that is awesome. Just love it. Nice bronze. Now, I found a few Chinese cash coins over the years, and they're a very thick bronze coin. Now, when I saw the one that I dug, it was wafer thin, and I knew it was going to be old because it takes a long time to wear it down that far. Luckily, it wasn't too worn out, and I was able to translate the characters on the coin. And let me tell you, I was blown away when I saw how old this coin actually was. Next one was giving me a pretty nice high tone, 2425. About 5 inches down, I got this. I'm not quite sure what that is. It looks like it slid into something, and a little brass hook or something. Pretty cool. I'll get it cleaned up, but definitely has some age to it, and interesting find. Well, we have another mystery find solved this week, thanks to all of you watching last week. You may recall a strange little piece that I found in last week's video. Well, one of the viewers who contacted me about that piece was Rock Reader, and he told me he felt that was a small water bottle stopper. Now, although I couldn't find an exact match, I do think we're on the right track with this mystery find. Well, I have a bit of a bonus update too, and it has to do with what I thought was a small silver charm that was stamped .900. Well, Terrence was also watching the video, and he contacted me to let me know that that .900 stamp didn't mean it was silver. It meant it was made of platinum. And I'll tell you what, that's the very first piece of platinum jewelry that I've ever dug. So a huge thank you goes out to Terrence, Rock Reader, and all the others that contacted me and helped me make these mystery finds mystery solved. Well, got a really nice signal here. It's giving me about a 19. Dug down and I got a fired Civil War 3 ringer. Look at that one. Very nice. And I'm actually only about 20 yards from where I got that beautiful infantry button last week. And here you go. Another piece of Civil War history. Well, I'll tell you what, I went like 3 feet, got a 16, 17 signal, and check it out. Another one. This one is a drop, and this is going to be a, let's see, yeah, it looks like a Union 3 ringer. Oh man, look at that 58 cal. That is awesome. Holy moly. I'll tell you what, you know, we've always known there was Civil War activity here, but we'd find things sporadically. I mean, there was no concentration, but this area was one that we really hadn't hunted very hard and hadn't made it over here yet. And then Chris found his gold ring, and I got that button up on the hill. So I'm thinking we might be able, maybe this is a little campsite here. So just thrilled with that. I'll get it cleaned up, give you a better look at it, but it's going to be a beauty. So happy with that. Well, here's another piece of Civil War history. Another piece of lead, but this is going to be a small little bucking ball. That's very cool. Now, if you're new to the hobby and you don't know what bucking ball is, it was a musket ball, and then 3 of these were packed together in a cartridge, and they would fire them all at the same time. So, as a matter of fact, the one that really started it all for the U.S. military using bucking ball was George Washington. Well, I'll tell you what, this little spot is on fire. I mean, I've just got signals everywhere, and I'm having a blast. And I got it like a 12, and look what popped out of the hole with the plug. A huge iron serving spoon. Now I gotta wonder, is that Victorian or is that Civil War era? I don't know. If it's Civil War, it's kind of amazing it held up, but there's no way to tell, but it is a very cool piece. Well, this one was giving me a really banging high tone, 2425, and I might have another piece of Civil War history here. I got a little brass D-buckle. That definitely could be Civil War era, no doubt about it. I'd probably lay odds it is. So another really nice relic. Well, pretty cool signal here too. It's giving me a 12. Dug down, it was in the plug, not very deep. And I thought, just some copper flashing, you know. But then I noticed there was a little bit of design on it. And look at that. Pretty cool. I think what I have here is probably a brooch that probably got bent up with the bulldozer at some point. But I'll get it cleaned up, maybe straightened up a little bit. That's a pretty darn cool piece right there. Well, this is just awesome. Oh, what a great day. Going along, got a 1617. Said it was in the plug. I'm like, maybe a pull tab. Nope, I'm gonna show you. I pulled the plug apart just a little bit and looky there. Civil War bullet 3-ringer. Oh, look at that, man. Just a couple inches down. That's amazing. I tell you, don't ever think your parks are hunted out. Oh, that's a beauty. I love the color too. Wow, 2 drops and a fired and a bucking ball and a beautiful button last weekend. Wow, I think we might be onto a campsite. I'll tell you one thing, I'm gonna be buckling down here again. Well, I'll tell you, that is one amazing spot, and I literally have hardly scratched the surface there. Now, I really can't wait to go back out there, and I hope you enjoyed watching this one. Now, I have some really incredible historical photos coming up that are going to blow you away. You're really not going to want to miss these, and they're coming up in just a few seconds. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure, and I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.